On this episode of Grassroots Garage, we have Shannon's beautiful and rare 1200 two-door sedan.
It's tough. Welcome to Grassroots Garage. Now, this is not a regular Datsun. This is Shannon's Datsun, and he's going to tell us about it. Shannon, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
Tell us about your car.
She's 1971, 1200 two-door sedan, or aka the B110. History has it that there was 28 brought into Australia, but in the 70s, they were actually brought over by mistake. So Datsun Australia, from what I've been informed, I'm happy to be corrected. From what I've been informed, they had brought them over and not so much approved that they would be brought in. And then they got brought here by mistake. There's the South African model, there's the Jap model. This is the Jap model. Found out I've done a little bit more research. They say there's about 8 to 12 left in Australia. So the rumour has it. It seems to be a little bit of a cult with the two-door owners, I believe.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I was 17 years old, I fell in love, Stephen Best, with his Z18 Turbo. That was when I fell in love with it. And ever since then, I've been trying to track one down. And Nigel Levy over in Perth is a gentleman who built it. I've got the full build. He done all the full build. There's a build thread on Datsun1200.com. And basically, he found it in a tin shed for $500. And she was a bit rough and ready, and how you going?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's done a lot of work considering for what he's done at home. He's done a great job. I just classify myself as the steering wheel attendant. So all credit to Nigel.
Yeah,
you know?
Nice, yeah. But there's going to be, it's going to be, after a while, you will have replaced so many little bits and pieces over time that then you can sort of...
Definitely.
You can say you've put in your fair share of time on the build.
Well, that's right. I mean, there are a couple of things that I am going to do to it.
Nice.
Nothing that you will visually notice. You know, a bit of a brake upgrade, box upgrade, diff upgrade. I mean, the box in it is one of the 60 series A series 5-speed that everyone rattles on about, that are hard to get and expensive. Yes, that's true, but I do want to try and treat it with a bit of care. So I am going to do a few little upgrades to it. Someday down the track I will do a paint job again, of course, and straighten her up.
Yep, nice.
But I've got a few little dados at home, so I'm progressively working my way through them all.
Just a bit of car history. Take us back and give us some over the years, some of the cars that have been in your history.
We started with 120Ys, 180Bs, Stanzas, 200Bs, 1200s of course, 1600s. We mainly got a lot of A series and L series gear. Stanza, mother and stepfather, and stepfather bought the cars and he'd always have a pair. So if he'd have one 120Y, he'd have two 120Ys.
Okay, like a parts car and a...
right. One for mum, one for the stepfather.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So they'd always match, and there was always a heap of extra parts. So now I've got a 1200 Ute, which I'm currently working on. 1200 sedan, which I bought in 1991, and got it painted in 1994, and it's sat ever since. And that's a really, really, really good shell. Also got the 1200 Coupe, which I just picked up recently. Nice. That needs full restoration. And a 510. So that's my little personal collection that I have now.
You've almost got the full set of Datsuns.
Almost got the full set of Datsuns, yeah.
Yeah, so on Grassroots Garage, we've done the wagon, we've done the coupe, we did a sedan, but you would have never thought we'd actually chase down a two-door 1200. And I can't remember how we sort of got in contact, and I remember just seeing a photo of it pop up. I think you just got it over from WA, and you sort of said, I've got it, but I'm keeping it quiet for a little while,
yes,
if I remember correctly. That's
correct,
awesome,
correct.
yeah.
Yes.
And I thought, well, let me know when you're ready, because I want to share it. So why did you get into Datsuns originally?
Well, because the stepfather had always, been into cars, done the panel beating, the spray painting, the mechanical, engine build, all that sort of stuff. And my real father as well, same again, sort of in the blood. Mm-hmm. But with the Datsuns, the stepfather used to buy those, when I was a kid and I was like 10 and 12. Mm-hmm. First car I'd got was a 1200 sedan, and from that day onwards, it just fell in love. And it just, because we could, the constant flow of Datsuns that we always had, but there's always a pair. And it was quite funny because the stepfather just used to do it. One for mum, one for me. I'm like, okay, sweet. And then I learned how to drive up and down the street in the first 1200 that I had.
You chase down the...
Yeah, I've got the one come from.
Look at that. Oh, man. That's nice. I love that.
Yeah, she's good. She goes well.
That's tough as.
There's a little bit of tidy up, naturally, but it's very special. Nigel Levy, over in Perth, he's done all the build. So no credit at all to me. He's done everything, so it's time for me to enjoy it. And he realised I was an enthusiast, not just a general Joe Blow blowing. So yeah, I'm keeping it all as is for the moment. Yeah. Things will change a little bit later, but nothing major.
Beautiful. So so it's come over from WA.
Yes.
So this was the motor that was in it.
Yes.
The twins were on it.
Yes, as is. I haven't touched the thing.
Beautiful. Nice thick radiator.
Yeah. It's an A15, and it's been taken out to 1608cc. JTS, Jeff Taylor, old schooler.
Yeah.
He done the head.
Nice.
And Stuart Wilkins, we believe, has done the bottom end.
Now, where do I know that name from? Stuart Wilkins.
Stuart Wilkins, SWR Racing, SWR Motorsports.
So anyone in Datsuns would know Stuart Wilkins?
Yes,
or is
yes.
He's broader than that, or is it Datsun?
He's mainly a Datsun nut.
Okay.
I mean, he does do a variation of things, but he's a genius.
Yeah,
he's an
I've
absolute
definitely
genius.
heard that name somewhere along the way.
SW Wilkins, yeah. SW, Stuart Wilkins.
And please, whoever it is, someone will go, that was me, you tool. That was
Yeah,
that
I
was
know.
my car. But it had Stuart Wilkins this and that. I'm like, not the factory seats.
No, unfortunately not the factory seats. They will be getting upgraded.
Okay, yeah.
At some stage.
Yeah.
But I will be bringing it back to an original, nice, clean condition.
Right, okay, yeah.
Just nice and tidy. These are coupe door trims, technically. So, I mean, I will be getting it to the spec.
Same roof height as a coupe?
No.
Yeah, this was because they usually drop a couple inches out for the coupe. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right.
So
your glass would be a real...
Very rare glass.
Yeah.
That's why I've literally had to get these ones from Portugal.
Ones, yeah.
Yep.
Can we
Yeah, that's plastic. Yeah, that's plastic. That's a bit how you going.
Make sure you keep it locked up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I've been tracking down a few parts, and I had been going abroad to get them.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that there might have been some parts laying around, within Australia. It's hard to get them. Yeah. It's hard to get them. So, put a post up. Got a fella from Portugal, Israel. He actually races them over in Portugal.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
They're like the bastard child, more or less, the 120Y over there. So there are a lot of them over there.
Cool.
And they do have the Japan ones.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah. So he's provided me with a pair of glass for both rear quarters, both rear strips for a pair.
Nice.
The correct period deluxe badge.
Yeah.
Front quarters.
Yeah.
And they're all the blue tint, as I said, they're all the blue tint. Yes,
okay,
they are the blue.
Which is the JDM spec.
Which is the JDM spec, correct. Yes.
Beautiful. I love these. I just love these Datsun badges. That's just
they're pretty cool little badge.
Yeah.
And then I've just managed to pick up a set of NOS ones that are sunny.
Yeah.
And same at the back.
Yeah.
The Sunny badge is not a NOS one, but I will be getting it cleaned up and re-chrome, and it says Sunny 1200.
Mad.
So I managed to track that one down too. So I want to bring it back to the JDM spec.
Nice. How tough is it? Josh, it sounds good, man.
Sounds lovely.
Unbelievable.
Shannon also happens to be an accomplished automotive trimmer. If you're in the market for some trim work, we'll link his contact details at the top. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.